Most people overpay for big-screen TVs that still don't deliver the kind of picture quality they expected, especially when movies look washed out or games feel sluggish. But this LG 65-inch OLED Evo C5 from 2025? It's different, because it actually handles both dimly lit rooms and bright living rooms without compromise. I've had it running in my setup for a few weeks now, and honestly, it's surprised me in ways most high-end TVs don't. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Now, I know OLEDs have always been loved for their deep blacks, but the problem has usually been brightness, especially during daytime viewing. This model fixes that with something LG calls Brightness Booster, and it's built into their new OLED Evo panel. What that means is you're not squinting at your screen when the sun hits the window. I have mine in a room with two big sun-facing windows, and even at noon, with the blinds open, I can still see every shadow in a dark scene without turning the lights on. That's huge, because a lot of OLEDs still struggle in bright rooms, but this one feels like it was made for them. The picture quality comes down to those 8.3 million self-lit pixels, each one turning on and off independently. That's how you get true perfect black. When a pixel is off, it's off, no glow, no halo. And paired with Dolby Vision, it makes a real difference. Watching something like Dune or All Quiet on the Western Front, the contrast pulls you in. You see texture in the clothing, detail in the shadows, stuff that usually just melts into gray on other TVs. And thanks to the Alpha 9 AI Processor Gen8, it's not just about native 4K content. A lot of us still end up watching older shows, sports streams, or even upscaling streaming content. This processor analyzes and enhances the image in real time, cleaning up noise and sharpening edges without making things look artificial. I also appreciated Filmmaker mode, which is something a lot of people overlook. It disables post-processing and motion smoothing, so what you see is closer to how the director shot it. Watching Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse like that, the animation felt more intentional, and I noticed tiny visual cues I'd missed before, like the way background layers shift during transitions. That's the kind of stuff that makes a good TV feel cinematic, not just bright. Sound is another area where this TV stands out. It's got Dolby Atmos built into the speakers, and while no TV speaker beats a soundbar, this one actually creates a sense of space. With Wow Orchestra, which syncs the TV speakers with compatible LG soundbars, I tried it with my older LG setup and was shocked how well the audio moved across the room. Dialogue stayed crisp, and effects like rain or passing cars felt directional. You can hear the movement, not just the volume. It's not full surround, but for a TV, it's doing more than most. Gamers will probably love this one too. It's got 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, so you can hook up a PS5, an Xbox Series X, maybe a Switch OLED and a streaming box without juggling cables. All support 4K at 120 Hz, VRR, and auto low latency mode. I tested Horizon Forbidden West and Forza Motorsport, and the input lag was minimal, everything felt instant, no lag, no weird stutters. The TV also automatically switches to Game Optimizer mode, which gives you quick access to settings like crosshairs and refresh rate without diving into menus. Super handy. One thing people might not think about is how much they'll use the AI features. The WebOS interface is clean, and since Alexa is built-in, you can control everything with voice, switch inputs, adjust brightness, pause a show, all without the remote. I've caught myself asking it to turn on subtitles more than I expected, especially during morning news when the kids are still asleep. Now, it's not all perfect. One downside, like with most OLEDs, is the risk of burn-in if you leave static images up for too long. I wouldn't recommend using this as a monitor for spreadsheets all day. But LG's anti-burn features, like pixel refresh and screen shift, help a lot. I've seen no issues after normal viewing over a few weeks. Another small thing, the stand is sleek, but it's narrow, so make sure your table or media console is wide enough. I almost knocked it sideways reaching for the HDMI port. But for what it does, handling movies, TV, gaming, and even music with real visual and audio presence, it's tough to beat. The combination of true blacks, bright room performance, smart upscaling, and solid gaming features makes it a well-rounded pick, not just a one-trick OLED. If you've been waiting for an OLED that doesn't force you to close the blinds to enjoy it, this might be the one. Link is in the description if you're interested in checking it out on Amazon.